I'm so excited to talk to you guys today. I know Friday was a big day for you. Your debut LP, Pastel Palace, is officially out.
It is.
It happened. So before we get into that, though, I would love to hear the story about how you two met and started making music together.
Oh my God. We met at Dolores Park in San Francisco,
Oh.
and one of our mutual friends was kind of, aware of the things that we were doing creatively separately. And she was like, "You have to meet my friend Chris. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be able to collaborate on a ton of stuff." And it ended up being absolutely true.
Yeah, here we are 10 years later.
That's awesome. 10 years later. So
Yeah.
flash forward a little bit from that day to 2013. You guys founded Popgang Records.
Yep.
What was the mission with creating the record label?
So Jordan was already doing Popgang as a collective, kind of like an artist collective, and it was a blog. And I was actually working for another record label, and when I left that job, we decided to turn Popgang into a full company and record label. And the goal was really just to have a platform for not only our music, but also music from our friends and other creative people that we knew. That it kind of just felt like there was this gap that needed to be filled. And we had a lot of friends that were kind of like working with some bigger labels, but also kind of annoyed with how long that process took. And we're like, well, what if we just do it ourselves, and we can kind of help things make it to market, quicker and easier. And that was kind of how it started. And then it continued to take off.
Yeah, it absolutely did. What do you guys look for in an artist when you're thinking about signing them to the label?
Interestingly enough, a lot of what has come to our label has come together like very, very organically.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of it is like friends of friends, or really randomly, we'll just be like playing with somebody. Like, for example, Honey Love I was DJing at the Dolls Kill store, and we ended up becoming friends. And then later on, a couple months later, she ended up doing some music, releasing it with us, and we've been doing a bunch of fun creative stuff with her as an artist. One of our newest artists, Peter, his name's 35 millimeter. He's insanely good, insanely talented, creative human. But he came and DJ'd our live stream through the pandemic, and he was playing like a bunch of tracks, and we were like, "What are these? Like, these are insane." He's like, "Oh, these aren't out yet. If you guys want to release these, let's just drop them." So a lot of it is it's definitely like a friend network and pretty organic, but we definitely do. We're always down to accept demos, so definitely email us at emails@popgang.com, or even popgangrecords.com, or DM us to the Popgang Instagram.
I mean, like we one of my favorite songs that we signed this year was like a Moroccan producer. He just sent us an email, and it was like this weird, quirky tech house song, but it was so cool, and it was awesome, that this kid from, another continent's hitting us up. And so we definitely work with people that we don't have direct contact with as well, but and love hearing demos. And it's kind of just, if it's good and it sticks. So
That's amazing. And I love that you mentioned 35 millimeters, because I actually got to interview him a couple of weeks ago. He was nice. What has it been like working with him?
It's been really good. He's one of the sweetest, chillest humans I know.
That was the vibe I got too.
He's good.
Yes, good. Pastel Palace, it's out. So let's talk about it. Friday was the big day. What was kind of the process like for putting this together for you two?
Well, we started working on it right after we moved to LA. And some of the tracks were written during the pandemic. Some of them were written recently, like in the past couple months before the album came out.
But I think the biggest part of it was that we're in our studio right now that we built out. It was just like a barren garage, and when we moved in here, we soundproofed it, redid all the electrical, custom built everything out, and this was our first body of work that's come out of this studio. And it was kind of like some of the, like Jordan said, some of the songs, it was like probably within the first week that we had this studio up and running, Jordan wrote those. So they're, from last year during the pandemic, and then as well as, ones that were all written like in June, basically.
Wow.
So, it covers a lot of different moments over the last year for us. So
For sure. Where were you guys before LA?
San Francisco. So we were up there for 12 years, and then when the pandemic hit, we decided to make the move down here and kind of try something new. So
How's it been treating you?
Excellent.
Good.
Yeah, LA is awesome. It's been really good, and it's been a great move. So
That's amazing. Be honest, out of the 8 tracks on the LP, do you have a favorite?
I think Mind Control.
Yeah.
It just depends on my mood, right? Like Mind Control, if for DJ sets, that track is definitely the go-to.
So like, let me add. So like on days that you want to party, you would pick Mind Control.
Yeah.
And then on a day that you would want to cry, what would you pick?
Oh man. Probably For You.
Okay.
Or Apollo.
Those are like 2 extremes of our moods.
Yeah.
Is party or cry.
I love that it's a spectrum.
Yeah.
The whole thing is a spectrum. That's amazing. And you guys stay busy. In addition to running the label, making music, I know you also do events. Do you have any cool events coming up?
Yeah. On August 14th, we throw a party called Cyber Rodeo. And it's like it's a cowboy themed dance party.
Oh, love it.
It's so fun. Yeah, you definitely need to make it out to one of these if you ever can.
It sounds so fun.
The next one is August 14th at Catch Wine, and we're both residents at the party, and then we'll have other artists from the label. One of the artists from the label that's playing this next one is Penny Wild.
Oh, I'm interviewing her next week.
She's so awesome. Yeah.
She's so awesome. Her single comes out this Friday, and then
super excited about that. Yeah, Side Streets drops this Friday by Penny Wild.
And there is for any of your New York listeners, there is a release party in New York. You can find it. It's this Friday. You can find it on our Instagram. I'm not sure where, but I think it's somewhere in Brooklyn. So.
But on the Penny Wild Instagram.
Yeah.
Awesome. Perfect. Yeah, she seems fun. I'm excited to talk with her after the release. So I'm sure she'll have stories. For sure. So how about performances? Do you guys have any performances coming up that you're excited about?
So we're playing at the Mondrian Sky Bar on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We just played with Lee Reynolds at Sound Nightclub. Did a DJ set there. We might have some live shows coming up soon. Nothing's announced yet.
We just put together the first version of what performing the new album would be live. And
that'll be airing on Spin Magazine on their website soon. I'm not sure when, but we just shot that video, so that's going to be coming soon. Probably we just did I think 4 or 5 different DJ performances in the last few weeks, and we have 2 more coming up, and hopefully more on the way. So
Hell yeah, booked and busy. What can someone expect from a MANICS performance if they've never seen one?
Ooh, for the DJ sets, I think you can't expect anything. They're all over the place, which is what we love.
Always different.
It's kind of cool. Like, I have the songs that I know I'm going to play. Jordan has the songs he knows he's going to play, and a lot of times we don't know those. So it's like we get to throw each other curveballs mid set and just keep vibing off of it. But they're hopefully we filmed and recorded audio for the live set at Sound, or the DJ set at Sound. So we might air that on our Twitch soon.
Awesome.
Which would give people a great idea of what one of our DJ sets is like.
Yeah, if anything, we'll definitely throw it up on SoundCloud at some point eventually, just to have a mixtape.
And then the live performances are Jordan playing bass and singing, and then I have a bunch of keys and percussion, it's kind of like a, I don't know, it's a live electronic performance basically.
Yeah. It's kind of different every time, but I think that, and being able to do these new songs live, everything was just stripped down. Honestly, the one that we worked on yesterday, or was probably like my favorite version of the live set that we've done. So I'm really excited to like hopefully, you know, bring that back to venues, start doing it, maybe add like a live percussionist and maybe another synth player, another guitar player, and kind of just round it out as a full band. We've done that in the past, and it's like super fun. Sometimes it's fun to just do the two of us, but I think kind of filling it out for this new album will be that little like extra push that it needs.
That's awesome, and I love that you never really know what to expect. That's kind of the best part. Fun surprise every performance.
Yeah, it's always different.
We keep each other on our toes. So.
That is great. And I know the two of you just doing what you do must be saturated with music all of the time. So I'm curious what you are listening to and really enjoying lately.
Ooh,
Red Axes.
Yeah, you took my Red Axes is definitely up there. Soul Clap just dropped a really good album. I just downloaded a bunch of tracks from this guy who just makes like really amazing remixes, but I can't remember the name.
Yeah, let me look at what's in my queue recently. But yeah, definitely
excited to hear what the new Rufus is going to sound like. Their new single's tight, so I'm excited. I'm sure they have, knowing these guys, there's probably an album on the way.
Yeah, I think like a one staple that we're like always listening to and always inspired though is Soulwax, and we're still DJing their music and near every one of our sets.
Oh, that's amazing.
Soulwax is, I mean, their live performances it's like a rock band. They have 2 drummers, a bunch of synths, like it's really over the top, and then there are too many DJ sets. I guess that's kind of a little bit of where we got this idea of like, you can do both. You can, you know, do a live performance and also do DJs, and it both can work, and people can know you for each of those. So, Soulwax has always been a big one for us.
Trying to think of anything new.
I mean, there's Ardalan and Justin Martin always have heaters. Honey Love, we've really obviously, I mean, we've been putting her music out, but
definitely
her stuff's 100%. Really awesome. And also, I would say Baby J's tracks. Jordan has his own production.
Oh yeah,
stuff
we listen to each other's music too.
Yeah.
Chris has a solo project called Tiger Bite. It's like super good. It's like pretty. How would you describe what your genre is? It's because it's kind of aggressive, but it's very party.
It's like I think
a little dark.
It's like slightly dark dance music that doesn't take itself serious.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of dance music's like people that I don't know. It can be like a little too cool guy, and so I just like try to not do that. And Jordan's productions feel like it's like a good combination of breaks and freestyle drums with modern bass sounds. And
I just had my most recent single that came out was a collaboration with Honey Love, also from the label. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Great lists from both of you. What do you think is next for MANICS, though? More music on the way, or a little break after this one?
Oh yeah, definitely new music. We pretty much as soon as the album was done, we already started working on music for either what could be included on a new EP or just drop some more singles in the fall.
Awesome.
So probably there will definitely be new MANICS music in September or October.
That's so soon. That's exciting.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
And maybe a remix EP. We're trying to see if that'll happen. So
yeah,
that's awesome. Definitely plenty to look forward to from the both of you, it sounds like.
Yeah, we stay busy.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Especially after the last year we had, it's like, now we can do things. We might as well do them.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, here in the state of Maine, our state motto is the way life should be. So I want to know, according to each of you, what is the way life should be?
Oh, man.
It is a loaded question.
One word? Balance?
Oh, however you want to interpret
it. Life should be balanced.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely a good one. I think for me, the biggest issue I see with, I guess with the current affairs and everything is really just, I mean, we're seeing starting to see the effects of climate change in live time, and I really think that a better appreciation for nature and respect for nature is pretty important for life on Earth, and that's something that I would really appreciate, or think that, I don't know how to say that, like what life should be, but I guess it should be, people should appreciate the planet that we live on, because it does seem like things are starting to fight back, and the wildfires and the crazy rain in Germany and just like all this stuff, it's scary. So not to be a downer, but
no, I mean,
no, definitely. I think that's a great answer. Respect nature.
Yes.
Don't use too much hairspray. Don't make sure that you recycle correctly.
Yes.
A lot of people don't know how to recycle, for real. You have a recycle bin. You really got to separate your plastic.
You gotta separate that stuff.
Separate your plastic, because not everything, you can't just melt it down. It doesn't all go back together.
Right. Oh, that was such a good answer, and you're completely right. We're watching it in real time and not slowly either, honestly. I feel like it's pretty rapid.
Yeah, I mean, like all the ski resorts in California, what used to have like a 6-month season, it's like 2 months now.
Right.
And there's fires happening in places that never used to have wildfires. There's, it's just, it's scary. But this is what they all said all the scientists said this would happen 20 years ago, and now it's happening. People are like, oh, it's just business as usual.
Where did this come from? Exactly.
Anyways.
No, you're definitely right. Respect Mother Nature is very important. Have either of you ever been to Maine before, speaking of nature?
Oh, man. I think I went there once when I was a little kid.
Like,
I think me and my mom visited. My mom's from Jersey, and she had, I think, some friends that lived in somewhere up in Maine. And so I think once, but I was too young to really remember.
That's fair. Well, it's very lovely here, so hopefully we can get you guys here for a performance.
We want to play in Maine.
Yeah.
How do we get there?
Honestly.
Come on.
Well, one of these days, guys, hopefully we can get you here. And in the meantime, I look forward to everything you just keep on putting out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us today.
Thank you so much. It's great to meet you both until we meet again.
Hell yeah.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a good day.